You are about to watch a learning video. Did you know that when we have to learn something new, especially on a digital device like a smartphone, it can actually make us instantly nervous? As you're watching the learning video, try to be aware of some of the emotions that you may experience.
When you set up an email address for the first time, you'll be asked to enter your full name. This means your first and last name as you want it to appear when people receive emails from you. You'll also be asked to enter a username and a password. So what exactly is a username? To learn more about usernames, let's first look at an example of an email address. This is an email address. We know it's an email address because of this symbol in the middle. This is known as the @ symbol. The @ symbol and everything that comes after it is issued by your email service provider, such as Gmail or Yahoo. It cannot be changed. Everything that comes before the @ symbol is known as your username. A username must be created by you when you set up your email account for the first time. It must be unique, meaning no one else can have the same username as you. Here are some suggestions for creating a username that can be used for both personal and professional purposes. 1. Include your first and last name. For example, Andrew Lopez or Lopez Andrew would be a good username for someone named Andrew Lopez. Note that these are not case sensitive, meaning it doesn't matter if you use uppercase or lowercase letters. 2. Use a combination of names and initials. For example, Andrew J. Lopez, Andrew J.L., or AJ Lopez. 3. Use periods to separate letters. For example, Andrew.Lopez, AJ.Lopez, or Andrew.J.Lopez. 4. Use numbers to make your username unique. For example, Andrew.Lopez173 or AJLopez.6. This is especially useful if the username you want is already taken by someone else. 5. Do not include additional words, for example, Andrew.Baseballfan, birth years, for example, Andrew JL 1975, or confusing letter and number combinations. For example, Andrew Lopez, where the O in Lopez is the number 0 instead of the letter O. Here are all of our examples. When you're done, your email address will look something like this. Does this password look secure to you? Did you know that this password could be guessed by a computer in just over 5 seconds? When setting up an email account, creating a strong password is an important part of protecting your computer and your privacy. Here are some tips for creating a strong password. Your password should be at least 8 characters long. Remember that a longer password is generally a stronger password. Characters can include numbers, letters, and symbols, and every password should contain at least one of each. Avoid using obvious combinations. 1234 ABCD is not a good password because it's too easy to guess. You should also avoid using dictionary words. Computer is not a strong password because it's too easy to guess. Do not include personal information such as names of people, places, pets, hobbies, or significant dates. The strongest passwords include a random combination of letters, numbers, and symbols. If that's too difficult to remember, try using an acronym. In this example, the first letter is taken from each word in the sentence, "I love learning about digital technology." If you use this method, be sure to also include at least one number and one symbol. To make your password even stronger, it's recommended to use a combination of uppercase and lowercase letters. Let's review these tips for creating a strong password. Remember, use at least 8 characters. Use a combination of letters, numbers, and symbols. Don't use obvious combinations of letters or numbers. Don't use dictionary words. Don't use personal information, and use a combination of upper and lowercase letters. When setting up your email account, make sure to write your password down and keep it somewhere safe. This will save you a lot of difficulty if you lose your password in the future. When writing your information down, be sure to include the account or website, for example, Gmail or Yahoo. Include your username, your password exactly as you created it, the date the password was created, and be sure to update this information if you make any changes to your password in the future.
Congratulations! You've made it to the end of the learning video. Take a moment to pause here to reflect on how you're feeling. If you're feeling nervous, uncertain, or worried, you might be surprised to learn that these feelings are normal. Learning something new can make us feel nervous. When you're feeling nervous, it can actually be harder to learn and to problem solve. To help you feel less nervous, try sitting on a chair with both feet on the ground. As you're sitting, try taking a few deep breaths in and out. As you are breathing, try to pay attention to your breath entering and leaving your body. You can do this for as much time as needed for you to feel less nervous. When you're feeling less nervous, you can try to watch the video again, move on to a learning activity, or look at a tip sheet for helpful hints about smartphone skills.